Well, the Sierra Club and Friends of the Inyo issued a press release earlier this week stating that on the heels of local groups' fight against exploratory drilling in the eastern Sierra, the Bureau of Land Management has informed local stakeholders that Canada-based Silver Standard Resources Incorporated withdrew its application to explore gold mining at Conglomerate Mesa. Within days, however, the BLM notified groups that the mining claim holders were scouting for a new company to take over the project, the clear implication being that Conglomerate Mesa is not yet out of danger. Now, the press release notes that SSR's Incorporated's decision to abandon the ill-conceived project came after months of public opposition to mining operations at the scenic and culturally important mesa located in the southern Inyo Mountains adjacent to Death Valley National Park. Now, the company's withdrawal of the project immediately followed a request for BLM review by 5 conservation groups, including Friends of the Inyo and the Sierra Club. Now, in a June 26 letter, the BLM informed these groups that their request for review had been denied because SSR Incorporated had already withdrawn its application for exploration. Yet before the project was fully closed, the holders of the mining claim informed BLM they were looking to transfer the project to a new operator. In turn, the BLM granted the claimant 60 days to find another company to take over the project. Now, at present, there are many unanswered questions about the BLM's decision-making. The press release notes it is rare that the agency will allow an approved project to be shopped about for a new company to undertake. Now, the exploration project would involve drilling of 7 holes to a depth of 1,000 feet and would require a mining company to obtain water from an unspecified off-site location. The water would then be hauled in by truck to the nearest access road, then pumped uphill to drill sites. These activities, the press release notes, would create dust and noise disturbances to visitors and wildlife, impact dark skies with lights on 24/7, and deplete scarce water resources. Now, said Kathy Bancroft, Lone Pine Paiute Shoshone Tribal Historic Preservation Officer, quote, "Conglomerate Mesa is our ancestral homeland. We will oppose any company that tries to take over this project. Exploration is the first step to destructive industrial-scale open pit mining. We remain united as a community in stopping any effort to damage this significant cultural area," end quote. Now, said Lynn Bolton, the chair of the Sierra Club's Range of Light group, Conglomerate Mesa will not be fully safe until it is permanently protected from the threat of industrial-scale open pit mining. Our most valuable gold is not in the ground, is the healthy environment and stunning natural scenery that fuel our local economy, our outdoor recreation opportunities, and our overall quality of life in the Eastern Sierra. That full press release posted on our website, sierrawave.net. Well, the Georges fire, lightning-caused fire, at last report 2,883 acres and is 42% contained. The fire is in unified command with SoCal Team 3. That's a Type 2 incident management team assigned to the Inyo National Forest, as well as CAL FIRE. The fire started the afternoon of July 8th, again lightning caused. Now, with a moderation in fire behavior, the evacuation was lifted Wednesday at 6 p.m. for the Whitney Portal area, including campgrounds, residents, and the Whitney Portal store. The Whitney Portal Road was opened under the authority of the Inyo County Sheriff's Department. Now, the area was closed for the public safety due to that fire. The Eastern Sierra Visitors Center in Lone Pine, as well as the Wilderness Permit Office, returned to normal business hours today. Now, Wednesday, fire crews worked on strengthening containment lines. Helicopters continued to support fire suppression efforts with water drops as needed. There was no precipitation over the fire overnight. Firefighters will continue to mop up and patrol in the fire area. At last report, 627 personnel working the Georges fire. 19 crews, 31 engines, 4 dozers, 8 helicopters, and 8 water tenders. Fixed-wing aircraft is available upon request. Now, the Georges fire is actually burning in an area designated as critical habitat for the Sierra Nevada bighorn sheep, a federally listed endangered species. The Georges fire, the press release from the United States Forest Service notes, is improving wintering habitat for the bighorn sheep. It creates patches where pinyon juniper canopy cover is reduced. This is beneficial for the bighorn sheep because the woodlands are habitat for predators such as mountain lions. Well, a couple of notes here from Caltrans, which recently announced that 152 projects received nearly $97 million in funding from the Low Carbon Transit Operations Program. Now, these projects continue California efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and improve the sustainability of public transportation systems around the state. More than 130 projects totaling $87 million will specifically benefit the disadvantaged and low-income communities. Now, some of the local projects that will benefit from the funding disbursements include YARTS, that's the Yosemite Area Regional Transportation. They're going to offer targeted populations from the city of Merced and Mariposa County reduced fares on public transit access to access such sites as Yosemite National Park, just over $33,000. Eastern Sierra Transit Authority will purchase an electric vehicle and infrastructure for dial-a-ride service, $26,411 for that grant. Caltrans District 9 has scheduled 2 workshops for the Levining Rehabilitation Project. That's going to be consisting of a comprehensive pavement rehabilitation project on U.S. Highway 395 through Levining. The project will be constructed from the junction of State Route 120 West, the Yosemite turnoff, to Cemetery Road. Caltrans would like the public's input on improvements that could be incorporated into this project. Now, the first community workshop, July 24th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Levining Community Center. Caltrans will present initial findings from the survey and take further community input on complete street features that could be incorporated into the project. Second workshop, August 8th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Levining Community Center, taking additional input and facilitate further prioritization of potential improvements. There is an online survey, SurveyMonkey. You'll want to get to Levining US 395. Both of those full Caltrans press releases are at our website, sierrawave.net. We'll be right back.